Hello. Right now, my mind and heart is so heavy right now. You try so hard and so much to do to make sure that you have everything in life, to make sure everything works out, and it seems and it doesn't work out. I have faith, though. Don't get me wrong. I have faith. The Lord's just giving me a stump in the road. But sometimes it gets hard. Got a call yesterday that they gonna confiscate the car because I can't pay on it. It's like people say, oh, we're putting ourselves in this predicament. How are you putting yourself in a predicament of trying to keep a roof over your head and not be in the street that you're trying to pay at a hotel that's costing you $2,500 for a month, which is $545 a week? But we can't get nobody to help ask. I even tried doing the GoFundMe just to help get us. We were going to go to Kansas because why? We have a family friend out there that was going to help us to, help stay with them and get it straight. Because why? You're having a hard time trying to find a place here in Sacramento. Here in Sacramento, the rent has gone up so much that you have to make 3 times the rent now. A 1-bedroom is costing you $1,000 to over $1,000 for a 1-bedroom. So that makes a 2-bedroom being like almost $1,800. And you got to make 3 times the rent. That's like if it's $1,100. That's $3,300 a month. I do in-home supportive services. I take care of my mom, and that's only $1,800 a month. So that's why I got me, my mom, and sister. We're gonna put our incomes together and try to find a 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom house where we can be able to put all of our income together to get a place. But now you cannot owe another property management on there. If you owe a property manager, it's automatic denial. And the thing about it is, it's not a judgment. It's not from eviction. It's from wear and tear. When you stay in a place, they charging you for the carpets or charging you for something being broke on the refrigerator door or something like that. But after you stay in the place, you could have been in there 3 years. I guess they expect you to be immaculate when you leave up out of there. But I guess it's okay. Because at least you used to have a place to stay. You took care of it. One thing I don't do, I don't literally sit there and damage nobody's property intentionally. I always, if there's something that needs fixing, I fix it. I've had landlords teach me how to fix things. I know how to put doors back on. Because why? You get landlords that will go and teach and do it halfway. And you got some that'll do it the right way. But I was taught how to make everything work. So I can go put a door back on that's came off the hinges. And I know how to do all that. Yes, the carpets get wear and tear because you got an accidental spill. But, I decided, you know what? Every 3 months you need to make sure you go and get the carpets clean. That way, in a year's time, the car's been cleaned 4 times. And so if it's clean, at least you know you had it clean. I've tried to go to these places where you can go rent to own a place. But instead of that happening, you got to have a good credit. Well, if you don't have good credit, that's not gonna work for you either. I've even been getting my credit cleared up with Lexington Law. Lakeland Law helps you, and they were doing really good until you can't keep paying on it when you're trying to stay in a hotel. You know, we asked if you could stay with you so we can get application. Application fees are costing you between $45 to $55 for everyone over the age of 18. So, if you're trying to do it and you're using 4 incomes, that makes you have to do it 4 times that $45 to $55. So that's like $200 you have to come out your pocket to call pay on application fees to get an application in for them to turn you down and tell you, no, we can't help you. Oh, we went with the other applicant. So I found one applicant. They weren't taking application fees, so I got that application in there, and they turned us down and said we're going with the other applicant. So it's not like we're not trying. It's you gotta. We don't have good credit. We owe on it because we owe having a property, or you cannot have a utility bill. If you got utility bills from Comcast to AT&T, automatically they're gonna say, "Oh, well, we can't help you because you have a utility." That's mine. Mine is utility. Okay. But then my sister, she got on the property. My mom got on the property from just wear and tear and damages, and they keep denying us. So I'm like, how can we go and get into a place to make it better for us? Where then we're just paying our rent. We have a place to stay. We're not staying in a hotel paying out $25 a month. You know, so I'm trying to find out. Now my car is going to be confiscated because I can't wait on income tax to help me to pay. That's in 2 weeks, though. That's not right now, which I need it right now to do. I know the Lord's going to make it easy. He doesn't give us nothing that we cannot handle. And I can handle this. It's just a lot. When you're doing everything in your power to keep life going, to make sure you're making sure your child has food to eat, making sure they have their milk, making sure they have their clothes clean. It's like sometimes you got to pay this bill to stay afloat so that this bill can get paid the next month. Sometimes that's what we're doing out here. And a lot of people don't know how we're doing it. But that's what you're doing because you don't have that money or got that second person or coming in there to help you pay. Okay, let's pay this and make sure that. We're out there literally trying to sit there and make ends meet. But we're doing it. You got to make sure that you have everything to keep you afloat, to make sure that your bills is paid, to make sure you got to put. But we're in a stump right now. We're staying in a hotel in my car. Without my car, I can't get to taking my nephew to dialysis. He goes to dialysis 3 days a week. That's where I'm at right now. Sitting here at the dialysis center, waiting on him to do his 4-hour treatment. And then he got to go to an appointment to get his heart checked for his EKG. Because he just got approved for his kidney transplant. So any day they're going to call us for him to go in to get a new kidney. I have stuck by my family and been there. I love them. I may not say it to you all the time, but I do. That's why I do what I do. I make sure everybody has everything. I know it's a lot for me. I have people tell me, oh, you shouldn't do that for them. But if I wouldn't do it, who would? Nobody. Nobody. Because that's right now, that's what I feel. Because nobody helps us now. Everybody thinks we're lying, and we're not. But I still push every day to get up and continue to keep going on. So I take my nephew to dialysis 3 days a week. Then I take care of my mom. My mom is my life. I do what I do to make sure my family is not on the street. Because nobody's going to help them. Nobody's not going to do nothing for them like I've done for years. So if I make the choice to help pay on this hotel, even though I can't, and I tell them straight up I can't do it because it's making me lose on bills, because you got to come out your pocket and pay. I have back problems, knee problems, hip problems, and I was given disability for years since I got injured working at Walmart and stepped off a ladder and tore my ACL meniscus. I got my disability, but then they said last year I didn't qualify for it no more. But you know what? Every day I get up, if I have to take Tylenol, Motrin, I push myself. I can barely stand sometimes, but I do it. It'll take me time to get up. I have to straighten my body just to get up to go to the bathroom. I tell the doctor that there's something wrong with my hip because I have pain in my back that makes it where I can't even feel my side of my right hip. But I try. And you get up every day. God gives me faith to keep pushing. To continue to move on. Sometimes I get the rest, and sometimes I don't. I still get up and move. I move too much, but that's what I want. I keep myself activated by walking, going places, because it helps to keep me motivated and moving. Because I don't want to be sitting still, because then that'll make me gain weight more. Like I've gained 15 pounds, and I know it's from the stress. Because I'm an emotional eater. I just eat because it helps when you're in emotional problems. Because I never want to be over 300 pounds. Because I look how it deteriorated my mom and put her in a wheelchair. And I said, I will never have that to happen. Because I told my mom, the day you get in that wheelchair will stop you from being able to get up and move. And my mom was in pain like me. And she kept up until we moved to Sacramento and she gave into the wheelchair. And now she's confined to that wheelchair. And I help her to, it's hard. She just sits there. She doesn't choose to. I hate that the doctors did not give her the opportunity to do the operation on her knees when she was losing the cartridge. But they didn't, because why? She weighed 295. Well, when I fell off the ladder and tore my ACL, my meniscus stepping off, I weighed 294, and they repaired my knee, and that's what keeps me going. Yes, some days it's like excruciating because literally it hurts so bad because I have a rod in my knee and it hurts from the coldness. But I still go that I'm allergic to Motrin sometimes because when I take the prescription kind, I break out now. So I go and get over the counter and try to find something that's equivalent to take for pain pills, and that's how I get around. My mom, she can't. She has pain now. She has to give these like nerve medicine, I think it is, for her pain. So she has to take 40 blue pills, and if she doesn't take it, she's like literally waking up in pain. And I have to remind her, Mom, we gotta take that blue pill. She doesn't like taking it. She takes so many medicines. She's tired. She doesn't like all those medicines. But she takes them because if she don't, she'd be in a lot of pain. And they don't never want to. They don't never want to say she has fibromyalgia. Sometimes I think a doctor gets to the end of somebody being in pain or stuff is when they die. And I've always said this because you can tell your doctor, "Oh, I'm in pain," and you can tell them exactly how the pain is, where the pain is. And instead of them listening at your patient, because you're the doctor, you don't need to listen, you know everything. And we're telling you what the pain is and where and how. But if you're an obese, they want you to lose weight because it ain't nothing but you're being overweight. Or if you're a diabetic, oh, it's your diabetes. Is your diabetes under control? If I come and tell you that my pain, that this is something I have never had before, and I've had diabetes for maybe over a year or two, and all of a sudden I'm having problems now and having a pain right here in the part of my back. I've never had this before, but instead of you checking that to find out why a person's having pain there, oh, it's your diabetes. You need to make sure that you're taking your medication and stuff. If you're having a hard time, it's like back to the scenario of, well, I got to pay this bill and not pay this bill. Well, I have to choose to get my medicine because I have to pay for my medicines out of my pocket. Now, I get the little cards where it cuts my medicine down, but my copay is for over $400. So once I pay that, then I can get my Lantus at a price of $4. But until then, I have to pay $45. So I figured out last year the reason why I got my Lantus down to the $4 was because I had paid $45 for, I guess, 10 of the months and didn't notice it. That when I went in to get my medicine, it was $4. I was so happy. I was like, oh, now I can get my medicine because why? If I didn't have my sister help me buy my medicine, then it would have been, or my mom, I'm literally cutting it and say, well, I can't get this medicine this time. I'm going to I'll buy it this time. And my mom and sister get mad and say, no, you need to take it. Well, I don't have the money to go pay for it, so I'm doing the best that I can. My diabetes is in and out of whack because I got to take my medicine in or not take it. So I choose to, okay, I'm going to take it this month. I got enough medicine to take it. That's what I do. But then, this month, I can't get the medicine right now because I got to go pay this bill. So let me pay this, and then I'll be okay. People look at, oh, no, she takes her money and go buy alcohol. No, you want to know what I do to get my drink? I go and can hustle. I go out there and I take all the cans. First, I would go to, I didn't know it was illegal. I didn't know you ain't supposed to go in dumpsters and get cans out. That's what I was doing. I would go out and get the cans and bottles out of it and go turn it in, and I put gas in my car, and they would get that $10. I don't go get no expensive. I get the cheapest I can find, which is $10. And I think, what you go through during the week, you could be able to sit down and relax and have you a drink. on a Friday and a Saturday. Why? Because you've been through a lot, and now it's time for you to relax yourself and do something for yourself. Why? Because I do stuff for everybody else. I'm there for them, but sometimes I feel, who's there for me? Oh, the little tiny birdie fell. What makes me feel good is that when I go to the school conferences or something like that, and I would tell them the situation, because I was the one that take them in to go take them into school and drop them off. And they said, you know, you're a good aunt. Thank you. Thank you. Because some people wouldn't do that. How do you do it? With the grace of God. He's there by me. He watches over me. I pray to Him to be there as my strength, my hand. He holds me. And I know God is with me. He'll be right there. Like there'll be an accident. And all I say is thank you, Lord. Because He made sure I wasn't in that accident. That accident happened before or after. I will go right up the street and then come back to an accident. I'm like, wow, that could have been me. But the Lord looks over me and makes sure that everything is fine. And God put me here as a strength to my immediate family right here. And I know He has. He makes me that strength to keep them whole. And that's what I try to do. But it's like right now, I need that support. And it's not like I'm asking for every day. It's like I'm just asking at this moment. I need to find a house, like a 5-bedroom, because now my sister, she put her daughter and her 2 grandkids out. And who always steps in? Me. Because I'm that aunt that's not going to see you out there on the street. That's why I lost my marriage, because, he couldn't understand that. He just always seen the other side. But he can never see that this is the type of person I am. When I say that my family is my life and I love them, this is what I mean. I'm not going to leave you out there in the cold. Oh, because you get put out, or because of this, that I'm just going to let you go. I didn't do it to them when they were a baby. When my sister had to get her act together, I was there for them then. And I will continue to be there for them now. Because they are like my child. Because, I helped raise them. Even though my sister didn't like it, she didn't like them calling me mom. She pitied it. That's not your mom, that's your auntie. They know that. But what does a child know? A child knows who is there for them. And at that time, I'm the one that was there for them. I'm the one who made sure they had food on the table. I'm the one who made sure they had a roof over their head. I'm the one that was there taking them to school, picking them up from school, giving them food, feeding them, while you were out doing what you do. And you try to say you're okay with it, but you're not. You'll never be okay with it until you could feel it in your heart and know that what your sister did was kept your family together. Because that's what I did. I made sure your kids didn't get taken apart in the system and was raised by anybody else but family. So that's what me and my mom did. We helped raise those kids. I was there with my mom to help raise them. And that's who they are. So, who do they call when your mama put you out? They call me. And I'm right there. I will do whatever I can in the world. So right now, I'm looking for a 5-bedroom. I will take a 6 if I can. We pay our rent. We won't pay a SMUD bill or PG&E bill if we need to make sure that rent's paid, because that's how you do things. But we make sure it's paid though. So now I'm trying to find a 5-bedroom so that we can all be able to have a place to call home. Because right now the hotel's not home. The car's not home. But I know the Lord's going to make a way. I know He is. I just got to keep that faith. I just had to get that off my chest. I usually write. I've wrote my book for years. I would say probably 8 years. Yeah. It's been a long time. I would write my feelings out into my dear book. But I haven't did that in a long time. I never took any time for myself. I need to start thinking of myself. I can still continue to do for family and everybody, but I need to take that minute to do for myself. And that's what I do. When I sit here in the car, wait on my nephew to come out of dialysis, I sit here and try to figure out how I'm going to pay the bill. Or I watch a movie on Hulu, watch my shows, listen to my music. Yes, I know I'm a bad singer, but I think something's wrong with my voice. I needed to check out my lungs or my vocal cords, because I believe I could sing at first, and now it's getting so hoarse that, that's why I come back into the doctors not listening at their patient. Because why? I'm telling you that something's wrong, because I can sing, get a tone out. Now, my voice is literally having problems with it. Like, it'll hurt sometimes on the side and everything. But you know what? It's going to get better. And I know it is. So, Lord, help me to find a place so we have a place to call home again. Amen.